So we're going to ask him a couple questions. Like, how did you get the opportunity to work with Capcom?
The reason I worked with them is I was doing stunt training with a group of guys that were under Ruben Langdon, who was Dante in like Bayonetta and all that kind of stuff. So all the Capcom stuff was kind of coming through there. And I originally went out for the mocap for Chris for 5, but I didn't get that. So I was kind of like in the mix, and I never ended up doing any mocap. But when it came around to them shooting, when they ported Resident Evil 4 to the Wii, they wanted to what do you call it? Do live commercials, actually live commercials. So I don't know why if they had a face model or whatever that was. I didn't end up doing that because I had my hair long because I was doing sunglasses branding. Yeah. Like if you go to Walgreens or Rite Aid or whatever for like 3 or 4 years, it was me and all those little things. So my hair was long. So I didn't want to cut it. So I didn't do that. But then later when they did Degeneration, they brought me in for the 3D face scans. So there was that for the movies, and then from that on, I don't know about Vendetta. I don't know. I have to wait and see because they change everything. They change everything anyway with your face. It's kind of like the proportions, but then like I have damage to my face from like martial arts competitions and stuff. So, but as you know, like Leon's face is like his nose is like completely straight, like you know what I mean. So it's mainly the proportions, and you'll see the difference from mine, which is like the gameplay in Dark Side Chronicles, Operation Raccoon City, Degeneration and stuff. And then when they did 6, that's a whole different guy. Like you can see the difference in Resident Evil 6 in the face. So you kind of just like sandwich all mine in the middle.
Okay.
The middle, yeah, middle Leon.
Okay, yeah, because I actually played those games a lot at the time, and you could see the transition later on.
There's weird stuff. You look like I always just look in the jawline, and then sometimes the hair was darker in a lot of the stuff. Like even the promos, like this is the promo for which one? That was for Dark Side, that one face, and they went super dark. It's like they went like crow, it's like the Crow or something. So yeah, and that might have been where their mind was at, during that time. So all those ones, even if you play like Dark Side Chronicles or Operation Raccoon City, that's the same gameplay face. That's that face, and it almost looks like he has a tan. It's like it's interesting how they played around. They played around with his face and everything. So, but yeah, I don't know what and if I'll go out for them again.
Oh, really?
But currently, I have no Resident Evil stuff going on, so it's all just that.
Yeah, because I know they rebooted it and they're doing more from the first person, so we might not actually get to see the faces anymore. So.
That's the other thing too. Yeah, you see different parts of the face in different things, and that's like even if you watch when you're playing it, you see so much of the basically the jawline again, and it's just one of those things where now after that you didn't see it as much like in Dark Side Chronicles and stuff. It was much less. Like you have to play the other character to see Leon. Like you got to play Claire or Krauser to see Leon next to you. So.
And what are you doing right now? Where can you find your stuff?
The latest stuff that I'm doing is I'm working on this Frankenstein movie.
Nice.
With it's kind of like a Frankenstein in 1948. So I'm like a gangster guy, like not a gangster, but like a Humphrey Bogart type guy.
Yeah, like a.
So I was like, like that kind of stuff. And,
noir type.
Yeah. So it's total noir. Yeah. So I totally went with that, and my hair's it's up, And the guy from the mocap player of Colossus is in that. He's actually like one of the bad guys.
Oh, nice.
His name's T.J. Storm. So he's plays like an African butler. So the whole thing's just kind of funny. There's a lot of like video game stuff. There's a guy from like Game of Death, the Bruce Lee movie, where he's wearing a yellow suit.
Underground movie.
It's going to be a feature, but it will be. It's not going to be like a Marvel release.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it will be a full length feature.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that one, and cause it sounds like right up our alley with a noir Frankenstein movie. So yeah.
Actually, she's in it, but she walked away.
All right.
That's where she came from. I've worked with her like 3 times.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate you doing this with us.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, there's Jamisin Matthew with us. Thank you. Thanks. Here you go.